Good morning, Kubrotaku. Welcome back. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. And yeah, we just had a nice little day yesterday. Nothing too crazy happened. We kind of dipped down and then came right back into kind of our zone here. Not a whole lot of movement. We really faked out to the upside, faked out to the downside, and then kind of, sat around in the middle. So yeah, not a whole lot going on yesterday. No real trades, kind of just, hang out. You can watch our recap. We covered it all on there. Just kind of what we were thinking, what's going through our head. That comes out at 10 on our channel. So if you'd like to catch that, just make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. That way, whenever it comes out, you can go ahead and check it out. But yeah, yesterday, not a whole lot going on. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, kind of just looking to get ready, jump into it today, see if we can get anything good today. We did have a little bit of a run the day before yesterday, so that was Tuesday. We had a little bit of a run, and then now Wednesday was kind of sideways, so there's a possibility for a move today, just based off of that basic concept of you kind of have like a move, and then you have a waiting period or kind of like a rest period, and then you move again. So we'll see. It kind of just depends on how price action handles today. So we're going to go ahead and jump on over to our battle box and see what we can get started up. So if you guys have never seen it before, this is our battle box, our Kubroda.com site. So if you look up Kubroda.com, it's KABRODA.com. There's also a link in our description, so you can go ahead and check that out if you'd like to. But this is our site here. The front page is kind of just a little bit about what we're doing and what Kubroda.com is for, / like how to use it kind of thing. But once you log in and you go to your not battle control, you go to your session control here, you'll have the option for different coins here. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin, with the target session of the New York futures. You can't change these if say you don't live really in the US. You can go ahead and change it. We have the New York equity, we have London, Tokyo, Sydney, and also just the crypto default of UTC. So you can use any of those. We're going to use the New York futures though, because it seems to have one of the best pops, and it's also right around whenever we're streaming. So good one to use there. And then we're using BTC as normal. Always trying to do some TA on BTC. Yeah, so we got those on there. Once we got those, we just hit initiate calibration. You can see down here is kind of the time frames that we would look to trade. So 7:30 is when the market opens. 7:30 to 8 is kind of when you're calibrating, like getting ready, setting up your stuff. And then 8 a.m. you go ahead and click your button, get everything ready, and you can trade until 3:30. It's kind of the idea. It's not completely like locked into that, but that's the basics of kind of time frames for the 8:30 New York future session specifically. Down below that, we got some different lines. So right down here, we got our daily resistance, breakout trigger, breakdown trigger, and then daily support. And these all you can either put on your chart just by like copy and pasting them like right here, or the easiest way to do it is to use our indicator, which actually is in our site as well. So if you go grab our indicator from our site, you can go ahead and hit copy indicator data here, and then go right back to our chart here and open up the indicator. So click over here, go to settings on your indicator. So it's going to be the Kubroda Battle Box command renderer. You're going to go ahead and click the settings here, and then paste the data string right here into our right here where it says paste data string, and then you press OK, and all the lines will go ahead and reset for you, set up. That way we have just price action kind of set up and ready to go. Yeah, just makes it super easy, super simple. All the levels that we just talked about are right here on your chart. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these green lines here. You can see that we got the purple line that we were talking about, that breakdown trigger. So they all actually line up with the colors here on the site. So red, the red daily resistance is on there, green breakout trigger, and purple breakdown trigger. And then behind me there's a daily support in blue. So we can go ahead and check those out on here. Purple is right here in the breakdown trigger. The blue line here is the daily support. Then you got red here as the daily resistance, and green is that breakout trigger. It is interesting, today we got the daily support and the breakdown trigger are both inside of price action, so kind of interesting there. Like, it's kind of weird. Typically that doesn't happen. Typically you see these either right outside or a decent amount outside of the breakup triggers. So I don't know, that could mean something. We'll see. See if that means maybe less price action today. I don't know. We did get a breakdown through that daily support here earlier, and these larger boxes here on my chart are also some different longer time frame supports here. It's actually our second indicator. So if I'll go and hide those, you can see these are just the indicators here for specifically for the battle box that we just set up. This yellow here is going to be our POC range. So right now it's pretty big, honestly. Typically on slower days you can kind of trade from the breakdown or breakup trigger and kind of wait for it to go down to it, reject off of it, and then take a trade up to the POC. However, with the POC kind of like this, there's not really a lot of room to trade, you know, because I mean, you got what, nothing, like not even probably what, almost $100, and for BTC, $100 of movement is like nothing. So yeah, just that there, you can't really trade that. And yeah, with it being this big, it's just hard to predict where it's going to go after it passes through into it. So yeah, that's not really a liable option for today. We're not really looking for those back to reversion type trades. Yeah, we'll kind of watch and see what happens here, I guess. While we wait, though, we can go ahead and set up our battle box here. So now that we're back in here in our Kubroto.com website, we can go ahead and click this green button that's right next to the copy indicator button. Click launch the battle box, and once we do that, it'll actually copy our data here. So all we have to do is now paste it into our battle box. So if you have it open, you can just go ahead and paste it now at this point. But if you don't have it open, you'll have to click proceed to terminal. It'll go ahead and open it for you, and we can go ahead and throw it in there. The one caveat to this is it only does work with our basically with our stuff that we throw in here. So if you don't have this, it's just going to keep telling you that it needs to make a DMR before it can really talk to you. Yeah, which is kind of just part of our system. So, and the main reason for that, you know, is just if you don't have like the basics of it, of like what the market's doing today inside of the battle box, it's not going to be able to help you that much. So that's the whole idea behind that. It's just that we want it to kind of have a basis behind what it's saying. So if you give it that basis, then it'll be able to talk to you and kind of let you know what's going on. You can ask it different questions, ask it for some help just learning TA, stuff like that. That's really the main reason we built it, is to be educational, like mentor almost, just kind of to help you learn how to trade and help you learn some new TA, help you learn maybe where you want to get in, where you want to get out, stuff like that. It's not a financial advisor, so it's just for educational purposes only, but it is there to kind of help you basically be like somebody just on the sidelines for you, just somebody you can ask questions, maybe get tips from, get pointers, like whatever. It's the whole point is just that it's right there 24/7, ready to just help you along, help you learn more about trading and just learn how to use it effectively. So yeah, that's what this is for. Basically with the DMR though, we got some different paragraphs here with our daily snapshot. We got our bias for today, different things on the higher time frames, specifically the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Sometimes it talks about the daily here as well. Different price areas here on the chart. Most of these are already on your chart, but you can go ahead and read through these, kind of learn a little bit more about them. How price is likely to behave. So it's a little bit of the prediction here, kind of just reading through the lines based off what our system, what's going to happen here. And then below that we got trade ideas that fit today, so you can kind of go look through, see what trades are actually possible today. We do actually have a couple different trade styles in our system, so you can go ahead and check that out if you're interested in maybe learning a little bit more, or maybe even just trying something different. I don't know. Gotta get a drink of coffee. So next we have some things to avoid. So just things to watch out for. If this happens, then make sure you're doing this, that kind of thing. And then just how to keep yourself in the right mind for today is kind of the last ending / closing thought for the Battle Box DMR. And that's kind of what a DMR is. So super cool. You can kind of just throw it on there and you get to read a little bit about today, and almost like a little newspaper. You open it up, you get to hear about the stories for today. That's kind of the idea here. And then you can go ahead and ask it whatever, and it will let you know about it. So for today, the market snapshot says that BTC is trading around that 89,500 range into the New York future session, and it is opening inside value with band status marked inside band. That combination usually creates a selective environment. Base price often spends time rotating and testing responsiveness before it shows real intent. 30-minute range is wide enough to matter, roughly around 90,300 down to 89,493, and the price is currently sitting near the lower portion of that band, which makes early movement more about whether sellers can actually hold control than about assuming follow through. So yeah, really not a whole lot going on. The daily bias today is we're got a slight long lean. Explicitly though, we're weak and therefore informational, not actionable. That's why behind the mild preference is structural rather than emotional. Prices open in value and larger trends. Context is range on both the 1 day and the 4 hour. In range conditions, a long lean can exist simply because the market move is more likely to rotate back towards fair prices than trend cleanly from open. So basically, permissions aren't granted. The current permission state is hold fire. So we're not doing anything yet. We're still waiting for that 15-minute and the 5-minute alignment. So the bias is pressure, but permission is proof. So we just want to make sure that we get that permission that we're waiting for. The same one we always wait for. 15-minute closes above the breakout trigger or the breakdown trigger. But we are leaning slightly long today, so we're going to stick mostly with that breakout trigger, the green one up there. We're going to stick with that, and we can go ahead and chart, see what we're talking about. So we want to make sure we get above this, get two 15-minute closes above that, and then we'll go ahead and just jump into that. Yeah, it's looking like a decent day today. Looking pretty strong, you know. Looking like a little bit of an up move is possible here. So we'll kind of see as we kind of get into it a little bit more, see what's setting up. But yeah, it does look like there is a decent amount of trades kind of getting ready to come on. Yeah, I'm excited for today's price action, kind of see where we're going today. Kind of just watching and waiting. Really, you want to get your stuff kind of set up at this point, get stuff ready. It is looking like a decent day today, so we will just have to kind of watch and see where price action takes us. We can go ahead and jump a little bit more into that DMR here, but yeah, mainly that's the main thing. We're just kind of want to jump in it to that and yeah, just see what's going on. All right, so for the higher time frames, and we can go back to the chart for this one as well, kind of look at the longer time frames. But first section here says the higher time frames backdrop, both the 1 day and the 4 hour, are labeled range with a slope score of 0, and that's been the case since Tuesday, I believe. We were talking about that slope score of 0. So and that matters because the changes, expectations, range, markets reward location and acceptance more than they reward early conviction. So basically, we just haven't picked a direction yet, and we just haven't said we're gonna go either way. So that's kind of how it is. Moving back to the chart though, we'll start on that 1 hour here. On the 1 hour, the shelves are clean and close at 89, almost 800. Excuse me. That's the identified support level, and 90,215 is the resistance shelf, both with similar strengths of 0.6. When shelves are this even, markets tend to treat them as truth tests. Price may probe them, but it must accept beyond them and convert a probe into a real move. So we kind of want to, we might come down and break through them either way, but we want to see that conviction of the breakthrough before we actually end up taking that trade down. Extra piece of context that you should keep you honest: the weekly force is bearish. That does not look override today's range status, but it does warn you that the upside progress may be more work than it looks unless value truly migrates higher. So basically what that means is, since we are bearish on the weekly, it may take a little bit longer to go up today, and might not go up as high as you'd think it would, but go up a little bit and then break back down. Either way, you know, we're just waiting for that trade, right? Moving down here. So today, price is likely to range on the higher time frames inside value, opening location, and compression zone, or compression score equals 0. So the most common behavior obviously is rotation. Price tests edges, hunts liquidity, and spends time proving whether an edge is being accepted or merely touched. Essentially kind of what we've already gone over. You know, the way the price is set up today, it's really rotational until we see that shift in behavior where it could tell us, okay, we're actually going to end up going up or end up going down. We just really need price to kind of tell us, yeah, that directional trade for the day. But it will have to kind of set up before that happens. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting on that. But yeah, that's kind of what we're watching here. What we want to avoid is jumping in before you see the actual trade kind of set up. So if we don't see those 15-minute closes and the 5-minute retest, We don't want to jump in. We're just kind of hanging out, just not taking anything stupid. We're just sitting around. Like we say all the time on this channel, it's okay to sit on your hands, even if it's 3 or 4 days in a row. It's okay to sit on your hands, because part of the system is being able to trust the system. And if you can't trust the system to get you in a trade when it's actually a good time to get in a trade, then you're just going to lose a bunch of money. That's just kind of how it is. And it doesn't have to be our system. It could be any system. Sometimes systems are just like that, like where you don't find a trade for a little bit, and you just gotta take the days that they don't move really, or they might not move. You got to take those as a win, even if you didn't get into anything and your system told you not to get anything, then you got to win for the day. And it is the opposite though. Like if the system told you to get in and you didn't get in, and then you probably should have gotten in. But you don't lose unless the system tells you to get in and you don't get in, honestly. Or if you're taking trades when the system tells you not to get in, I guess you could lose too. So just start thinking, change your mindset a little bit more into that kind of thoughts, and that'll change how you trade. That's really like the secret sauce of trading. It's just kind of following the system. It feels stupid, like you almost feel dumb, like, oh man, like it's just too easy, but really it's not. It's the whole thing. It's hard to do, to just follow a system, follow stuff, especially to have that patience, have the time commitment, just like that. It's just way harder than you would think. It's so much easier just to jump in and try to be an expert at reading the market and trade as much as you can. Like right now, being like, oh, it's gonna break down, I'm gonna take that down trade right now. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, you want to make sure that you get the whole thing kind of set up for the actual price. Yeah, that's how it is, like I say. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Vetterbox is saying we're leaning long, but there is a possibility here of a short. I almost think we're starting to get that breakout now, so we'll see if we can get that couple of closes and whatnot there, and we'll see if we can stay into this thing. Kind of just watching the different time frames here. If we get this 5-minute close below, then more than likely we are going to actually see that short. So yeah, I mean, really it's just a matter of kind of waiting, watching, seeing what we get here on this 5-minute. If we get that, there is definitely a possibility of that short. Yep, there we go. That 5-minute short is ready to go. well, not ready to go, but you know, we got the 5-minute close below, so now we're waiting for the breakdown here. We need those 2 15-minute closes and then the 5-minute retest, and then we should be good on that 5-minute short. So we're kind of just watching here, seeing what will happen. But as of right now, I say it looks pretty promising here on the chart. Yeah, it looks pretty promising. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're waiting for that more of that breakdown, I guess, but it is looking pretty promising right here. Yeah, we're looking at possibly taking that trade, so you want to make sure you're getting it ready, jumping in, not jumping in, you don't jump in, you're making sure you got your trade ready, your stuff's up, exchange is up, that kind of thing, because it is setting up more or less, I would say. Yeah, you just want to wait for those 2 15-minute closes, 5-minute retest. We'll be jumping in here on the Proto Battle Box system. 2 15-minute closes would put us, well, we haven't even got one, so that'll put us around 9 or so, if we can get this one down there. So we'll kind of see as price action kind of plays out here. As of right now, we haven't really hit it yet, but could be coming up here in the future pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It is definitely looking like we're about to break down here. So, like I said, we're just sitting around, kind of watching price action kind of play out. Yeah, it really all depends on the next couple candles here as we're sitting watching. Yeah, we got a little bit of some pecan coffee today, so something a little interesting, I guess, a little different. It's actually bulletproof pecan coffee. If you don't know what bulletproof is, basically means you add a little butter, a little fat to your coffee. It makes it, basically gives you more energy. I think it's like a guy that like went to Mount Everest or something, and I think he did it with tea actually at first, but I think it was like something that and I don't know if it was Mount Everest, it was some mountain or something that he was climbing, but basically he was like, I guess getting ready to go, and all the natives were like people around, I guess, were drinking, yeah, like this tea stuff with butter in it, and he was like, what's going on? So apparently, yeah, he found out, yeah, if you mix butter and caffeine, I guess, I don't know, or like, it's not even really butter, it's just like the fat and the caffeine together just gives you like a super high energy drink. So I don't know, but it's good though. So that's what I do is throw a little butter in there, and it actually takes it gives the coffee a little bit different flavor too. A lot of people though have a hard time kind of stomaching the butter part of it, but pretty good if you ask me. So yeah, y'all have to let me know in the comments if you tried it. I think it's good, but you'll have to let me know if you tried it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check this out. Yeah, there's definitely a possible trade here on the downside. Just kind of waiting to see how it plays out and see if we can actually end up getting into this thing. Yeah, we'll just see how price action plays out here. Yeah, I don't know, we're just kind of sitting around waiting for price to break out, so not a whole lot going on here on the stream. Yeah, we're just waiting for that price there. If we do get that breakout though, that'll make the stream a little more interesting, a little more fun, I guess. So we'll see how price kind of handles this here as we continue. Yeah. Yeah, looking good, looking good, looking good. Boom. Yeah, you know, sometimes trading's like this, and it's pretty boring, and you're just sitting around. You know what's gonna happen, you know, but you're just kind of sitting around waiting for it to actually take place, actually happen. So, yeah, you know, not a whole lot, but it is interesting. We actually got a decent one looking like it's lining up today. Yeah, we'll kind of see how this plays out. This has possibility, you know, could take some of the alts down, some of the bigger ones. Well, just, yeah, I don't know. If you're into trading that, I guess you could go ahead and watch those. Could be a cool little trade. But yeah, here we go. Starting to get that breakdown here on the BTC. Told you once we get that 5-minute close, we are looking to break down. That's kind of what we're doing here. Getting that breakdown now. Starting to get a little exciting. Hopefully you see a little bit more breakdown here. Hopefully you guys are sticking around, checking out the charts here, because we are getting that breakdown. We'll see where we go from here. A little bit of a breakdown. Baxter's back here getting all excited. He's just running around the room. That's who just came in and sprinted around behind me, but I don't know, he's going crazy. So excited for this trade. Yeah, and I mean, you can ask our battle box too some more questions. Like if you guys like right now, we could take a screenshot here and be like, hey, we're getting that breakdown. We'll go ahead and go back here to our where is it? There we go. Going back to our thing here, and we'll be like, hey, looks like we are starting breakdown, and this will keep you in the system. So if we say, like, we want to make sure we say it kind of like close to the system. So looks like we're getting started in the breakdown. Now we are just waiting on the 2 15-minute closes. I want to slow the interpretation down slightly. Basically, it's telling me I'm jumping ahead too much. We want to make sure that it actually continues down before I jump into anything like that, which, you know, I know, like, I'm not going to jump into it, but it's designed to kind of like keep you honest, keep you in the right mind. So some of it is just, yeah, yeah, it's just designed to basically like keep you out of like jumping into a trade. So that's kind of where it's coming from. And I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like that's the whole system here of what we're doing. So that's why I tell us that we're kind of going too fast, because the whole system is you want to wait for those 2 15-minute closes below, and then the 5-minute retest before we jump in. And specifically, you know, that's kind of for like right here on price action. Like we got the breakdown here, and then we kind of broke back up. So I'm still seeing that breakdown happening. We're just kind of fighting right here. We got a little bit of bulls pushing us up. You know, we're waiting to break down. It's still looking possible, still looking there. So will it be a massive breakdown? I don't think so, but I do think we actually will end up getting that breakdown here. So we'll kind of have to watch as price action kind of breaks down here. There is some volume coming in, though. You can kind of see it in the... I don't actually have volume on my chart. I probably would if I had some more indicators I could put on here, but you can just kind of see it in the way that the candles are kind of moving, especially like this one shows some pretty decent volume coming in. And volume just means some volatility, you know, so, and that's good for us, for traders like us, because, you know, we get that volatility. It tells us there's going to be more and more movement. More movement means more, yeah, like range trades. So that's great for us, honestly. And we're seeing that right now. It's coming in. So it's really just a matter of time before we see it break out, and it could break up, you know. That's always a possibility. We could get the breakup. It'll go the wrong way that I think it's going to go, but you know, it's always good. You know, you're waiting. You're not in a trade yet, so you're just kind of hanging around watching price action hit here, waiting for it to break down. So we'll see. Could throw a little fun trade on here, something like this. Here, let me throw some levels in it. We'll say our target's 88,500 and around there, and we got a stop here at 90 up here, so about a 1-to-1, and we'll just throw that for fun on there. That's where I think it's gonna go. Obviously we're not actually trading this because this isn't part of the system. This would probably be closer to our more advanced style of trading, but yeah, it's somewhat risky, I guess you could say. So that's just kind of what we're looking at. Again, not financial advice. We're just having a little fun, you know, looking at the market, checking it out. We could even throw one on like some alt or something, like maybe like a Doge or something. I don't think I have a chart set up for that, but we can go ahead and try it. So we'll just use this one, and this is actually the one we were on. No, we don't want that. Yeah, we'll use Doge. I don't think, oh, I do have Doge. Nice. And we'll do the same thing kind of for this one. We'll throw a little trade on just to take it down. Whoops, don't want my picture in there. Took a trade, put a stop at 126, and put our target down. I don't even know for this one. This one could drop pretty hard. Something like that. Little 3-to-1 or something. See how it goes. Kind of watch it here, just for fun. You know, Doge is probably gonna follow BTC down just because it's, I don't know, just that kind of chart, you know, like. And we're just paper trading, so it doesn't matter that much. Just kind of hanging out, watching price action break down, and you can see they're kind of following each other. Like, you got Doge here breaking down right where we threw our thing, and then you look over here at BTC, boom, same thing, breaking down. And I just clicked on 10 minutes for whatever reason, but it's like pretty much same chart. It's crazy. Like BTC, sometimes, you know, it just lines up with other charts, and it's just how it is. We tried making a system for a while actually on that, just like watching to see if BTC would break down, and then we'd be like, all right, let's jump into like 4 alts that are all like setting up the same as BTC, and it actually worked pretty well. The hard part about that one is just the time that you have to be doing it. So like, you really need the specific market, I guess. So like, I don't know, and also finding the alts that are all kind of like lining up like that, and like actually lining up like that is kind of hard. So yeah, it ended up it worked okay, but it was just hard to get into some of the alts. And then The other issue with that is on the days that you predict BTC wrong, you're jumping into like 4 alts and they're all going the wrong way. Yeah, you kind of get screwed on on the wrong trade there. But you know the right trade, boom, you got a nice little move there. I'm kind of watching Sol in a way too. This is probably not the best chart on Sol, but what even is this? Solana, USDT, we want perpetual. Yeah, I don't have anything on my Sol chart. But we are getting that breakdown here on BTC. Same with the Doge. Let's go. We're calling it. We're calling it, boys. And like I said, we're still waiting on those 2 15-minute closes, so nothing crazy. Just wanted to have a little fun on the stream, do something fun. So we're watching for that breakdown, and it's happening right now. So it's getting pretty exciting a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, get a little breakdown. You on the paper trade. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are probably like, what? This guy's crazy. Alright, we're just having some fun here. We're just taking the trade down. Nothing crazy. I'm just waiting for that 15-minute closes. Woo! Gotta wait for those things to close. Problem is, it's gonna be like, what? See, we get a close here at, well, this is only like, yeah, it's only 5 minutes in. So we get a close at 9. Then we'll be looking for the next close like 9:15, and then maybe we'll get that trade back up on the 5 minutes. So we won't be on the stream that long. We'll probably be jumping off here at around 9. So, you know, like, just for fun, we'll just take the trade, take a little paper trade down. Right? Just something fun to do. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. See if we can get that trade before 9. Get the drop here before 9. Oops, I didn't mean to open that. Well, yeah, getting a little drop here on Doge. Let's go. Yeah, makes the stream a little more lively, a little more fun, you know, when you're getting that trade downwards. Like I said, though, sometimes you just gotta wait. So that's why we were kind of sitting around for a while, because, yeah, I mean, even now we're still technically sitting around. We're just waiting for that dump down. Get those 15-minute closes, and then we'll take that trade. Yeah, I told y'all once we got that 5-minute close, like right below that line, that just told us that we were about to go down. Just based off how the structure set up today, that told us we're going down. Doesn't always work like that. You can't do that every single time. But if you get the structure like kind of setting up in the right way, and then you get that 5-minute close, then you just know we're gonna get that down run. And I don't know, that could be all the down run right there. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, we're waiting on those 2 15-minute closes before we can really take anything. So you want to just watch it as it happens and see what happens. Because yeah, we don't know. Like, we just know looks like it's breaking down, and it looks like it's about to go down. But will it? I don't know. System hasn't set up yet, so can't really jump into anything yet. But it is exciting. It's going down a little bit. See if we can get in. And our Doge trade, it's really following BTC. See, right now these charts are like synced up. You got the Doge kind of coming back up to the mean a little bit. It's actually not pumping up as hard as the Bitcoin, which is what, from when we traded those alts like that, that's actually a decent sign, because when you see BTC kind of like flip and move the other way, and it has more volatility than like most, I mean, obviously this is just with Doge, but with most of the alts that we were trading, if you were like watching all the ones you were trading and they didn't move up as much, then you knew you were more likely to kind of just break down. Well, it's kind of the same thing here. Man, I keep doing that. But it's just kind of telling us that we're not actually going to go up on BTC, because I don't know why, but they all seem to like know that, like, oh, we're going to go up, and they'll like go up with BTC, or oh, we're going to go down, they'll break down with it. So just seeing that Doge is going up but not as much as BTC, that just tells us that we're more likely going to break down. Just something we kind of found out. It's not really like useful information, I guess. Kind of just interesting, you know, when you're looking, and it's not always perfect either, like any indicator. So just kind of watching it here, but the 15 is still got below the what's that line, the breakout line in purple. So if we can continue to stay below it and get to close below it, then boom, we'll be ready to go on the first 15-minute close at least, and then we'll just be waiting for that second one to jump into a trade when the 5-minute retests. And the main thing, I guess, to kind of caveat to that, I guess, is when or if we get the 15-minute closes and when the 5-minute retests after that, you want to make sure that you're getting the retest and not just reversal back up through the breakout line. And the way you do that is you kind of just wait until you see price action go up, hit that breakout line, and then start to reverse back down, and that's when you jump in, is right when it starts to reverse. You don't want to jump in early, because that'll not be a good run there. So yeah, kind of just watching price action play. Got Doge still moving up a little bit, but not as much as BTC. I mean, it's kind of crazy how close these charts are right now. Like, look, you got a little spike up, break down, a little another test, and then break down even farther. Oops. No, don't want to do that. And then we got the same thing here. We got to break up, hit the line, come down, break up a little bit, and then break down, break down. So crazy, these things are like following each other like that. It's just, I don't know, just wild how they do that. But watching these charts right now, seeing what we can get. We need some more volume to kind of pop into this thing. Right now we're moving slowly, not really doing anything crazy. Kind of weird we did just get that 5-minute close. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Never mind. 5-minute close on 55. That makes sense. So 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes alive. See if we can get this trade to happen. Get the trade down. Woo woo. Yeah. Drink up some coffee. See? Little bulletproof coffee is good for you. The other thing you can do with that bulletproof, put a little salt down there, like, cause like the trick I found is you want to put the butter in like before you make your coffee, and then you want to put a little bit of salt down there, and you have to do it before, because I don't know why, but if you do it afterwards, it's just not the same. So you throw in your little bit of salt beforehand, throw in your butter, a little bit of like honey. That's what I like to put in mine, is a little honey, and then put into the coffee, and then you add a little bit of creamer or whatever, and boom, you got yourself a nice little cup of joe. It's pretty good. Yep. I don't know. We'll see if we get this breakout. We have 3 minutes left on this candle. We're going to see if we can get the breakdown here. Not too much farther on our paper trade, so we'll see if we can get down here. Come on, come on, come on. This is where you want a little like something to kind of like blow down the chart. You know, we used to mess around. We used to do this kind of thing. So like come down here and be like, oh yeah, let's get this guy. And we'll just blow down the chart right there. Yeah, that's how you get the chart to go down. You got to use an emoji, a little blow down emoji. You can use some different ones too. Like it depends on the day of trading, but sometimes the different ones help blow it down. It's like we'll check out some more. There's one. I think there's a bicycle pump one somewhere. I don't remember. That's one for up though. You don't want that one. We got the blowing down one. See? Oh yeah, there we go. It's working. We're blowing the chart down a little bit. I don't know, just some stuff you can do, you know, while you're sitting around waiting. Yeah, the Bears do need to step it up if they want to control, but I don't know, they're still holding that line pretty well, but like you said, we got to get those two closes really, and that'll confirm that we're actually going to get those bears. But right now we're doing a pretty good job of holding that line down there, so it is looking pretty promising here on the thing. But yeah, they need to step it up. We need our little angry face guy to get his little nostrils going, blow down even harder. He's not able to. It's not blowing hard enough down. Got to blow harder, and there we go. It's getting to work. Sometimes you can use a little rocket too for going up. Maybe we could use a rocket for going down. Yeah, let's see if we can find one. I don't remember where the rockets are. Some of the stuff on here like looks kind of like what you're thinking, and then you like click on it and you're like, what? It's not even a rocket. It's actually just a like Eiffel Tower or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where that rocket is. We used to use it all the time. Hey, look, there's a little rocket right there. I would have thought it was in. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah. We want it to be like, oh man, can't flip it the right way. See, it works good for up though, because you can kind of flip it like that, and then you'd be like, psh, take it up. But we're trying to blow it down. All right, 9 o'clock. We did not get our trade to hit on the paper trade, but we're gonna keep watching this thing. Watch it kind of. See if we can get that continuation down. There seems to be some sort of resistance right here kind of happening, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll keep our little emoji on there for a little bit. See if we can get him to blow it down a little bit, see if we can get that price action to break down. But yeah, throughout the day we're just watching for those two 15-minute closes, mainly here on the chart. We got one now, so we're just waiting for that second one to kind of fire off and yeah, see what happens. I don't know, so thanks for watching, y'all, and price might just blow back up right here after the live. Seems I always do junk like that, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully y'all had a good time kind of watching price action, seeing what kind of trades we got going on. Yeah, if y'all let us know how we can improve, what we could do better, what you'd like to see maybe in the live coming up, maybe some alts or stuff like that, maybe some more other than just maybe Doge and stuff, you know. So yeah, let us know what you think, what you want to see. But overall, thanks for watching. Happy trading to y'all, and we will catch y'all next Tuesday at 8 a.m. sharp. So yeah, we'll see you then. Again, thanks for watching, and happy trading to y'all.